Hello, everybody. Welcome to our weekly Essential Island Living Builders team call. It's so great to see you guys. I'm sure a few more people will be jumping on and joining us. Let's go ahead and get our night started with our oil protocol. So please grab an oil that's calling to you, near you. Tonight I'm going to use Motivate, and I've added some extra peppermint to this. This is my new jam. I just ordered like a few more rollers to have everywhere. So please share on your screen at least what you are using so everybody can see. Oh, that's got a nice blend there. Ooh, passion. That's been your jam. Forgive. Okay. Beth, does that say Copaiba and breathe? Hold on. I'll unmute you. Hold on one second. What does it say?
Peace and balance.
Oh, peace and balance. I love that combo. What a nice combo. All right. So let's go ahead. With rollers, I like to just roll onto my hands. Take a couple deep inhales. So good. Place your hand over your heart. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. I am doing the best that I can. All right, thank you. I'm gonna get some of this behind my ears real quick, but it causes all my earplugs to fall out. Thank you to everyone for joining us tonight. We're gonna go ahead. We got started with our oil protocol, and I love that. And I know somebody named it something, and I forget already. Tonight, for our builder spotlight, I wanted to ask Keisha to actually share, but she hasn't jumped on the call yet. So when she does, if we haven't started in the main portion of the call, then I'll have her share. Just a couple of friendly reminders, call to action reminders, and I might repeat them at the end of the call if more people jump on. Just a reminder to please, please, please post your LLV testimony, either video or post in our Essential Island Living page. I still am also guilty of needing to do my own. I think just waiting for more people to pop on and share. And thank you to those of you that have. The prizes are pretty epic, like a whole lifelong vitality pack, probiotic, Terrazyme. I'm sure one more supplement, the carrying case. And just keep in mind, yes, these products are awesome for you to win, but they can also be promotions that you can use when you're enrolling people, and so forth. So Aisha's going to work on the graphic for us tonight, and I should be posting that tomorrow in the group. And basically what I want is that there to be a graphic where everyone who's ordered LLV for the month will comment below. Everyone who enrolled with the Lifelong Vitality Pack kit or the Healthy Habits kit. I know Tasha enrolled her sister with that kit, so her sister would be eligible for this challenge. And then I think 2 people from Tasha's class today will be enrolling shortly with that kit as well. So if they do it this month, Tasha, let them know that they'd be entered to win in that giveaway for this month. If you don't know where the details for that is, in our group page, there's like what's called announcements or pinned posts. So there's always 4 or 5 of them in both the biz group and our user page. And it's just all of the current promotions and things that are happening. If there are things I really want you guys to see, I pin them up there. So go check it out, because chances are if you guys are ordering Lifelong Vitality, you're all eligible to enter and win I can't remember what else they said I would give away, but this month we really wanted to try to focus on encouraging people to get started with LLV, to continue with LLV, to post their testimonies. And then the next 90 days starting in May, I'm going to be using our group for like a healthy habits 90-day challenge, using the healthy habits kit. I'm going to start kind of laying the groundwork for that. I'm hoping that everyone shows up for the healthy habits tour and purchases that kit on their LRP. I was looking at it closely today. You guys, it's freaking amazing. Okay, one, as an enrollment kit, it is so inexpensive what you're getting. I think it's $156. It includes the enrollment fee of $35. It's lifelong vitality plus probiotic plus Terrazyme plus a deep blue rub plus 5 ml bottles of frankincense, balance, on guard, lemon, and I don't remember what the last one is. It's eluding me. But right there, I mean, that is insane savings, even if you don't get the $35 enrollment part free. And then you guys know that if you purchase that kit that night on your LRP, so it'll count for your LRP, you'll get all your points back. You will get a free Copaiba at the event. If you bring anybody to the event and they enroll with that kit, they get a free Copaiba and a free balance, full-size bottles. So, I mean, just like unbelievable. I was like, I kind of think I'm going to order a kit this month and then just get another one. The PV is a little lower. I think it's 110, but it's because you're getting so much value there. You save almost $90 in product. I really hope they make it a permanent enrollment kit. But just, you know, please be active in these types of things. It really helps me out. And honestly, it's not about helping me out. It's about being of service to all of our customers. When there is more action and activity in our customer group, even when you're just liking comments, posting on comments, if you watch the videos I post, if you're reading the posts that I post, please like them, please comment them, because that just helps that sort of Facebook algorithm, you know, helps people to see that. And that's education. I think a lot of times people stalk social media in all forms. So they get on and they look, but they don't do anything. And in our group, we want to encourage that sort of action, so that and tag people and stuff too. You know, that's why I'm always, especially in the builders group, telling people, tag your people. I can't tag everybody, so I kind of try to tag my main people so that they can start, you know, tagging their peeps. So thank you to those of you guys that do that really consistently. Just a reminder, I did a poll on doTERRA's last 2 podcasts have been about cleaning and laundry detergent. And the laundry detergent one was actually really good. I got to listen to it again because I learned so much more about On Guard laundry detergent. What I love about them is they're super short too. But I did a poll, like, who's listening to the doTERRA podcast? And it was like, practically no one was. Now, you might not be following my Instagram stories, but please, as you are enrolling people, as you're nourishing your network, remind them of those podcasts, because I'm telling you guys, they are amazing and they're short. You know, a lot of times when people see podcasts more than half an hour, 45 minutes, they're like, I don't got time for that. But all of the doTERRA ones are 8, 10, 15 minutes. They're perfect even for driving short distances. So my call to action, really, please, we have just a few more days in the month, less than a week. Or is it a week? Maybe it's a week. Less left in the month. And I really am just asking that everybody finish the month out strong with their LOV posts or testimonies in the group. Mom, I would love to get one from you on Lifelong Vitality. You do such a great job with it. And then just try to be a little bit more active. I know not everybody's super active on Facebook, and that's fine. But, you know, if you could just take 5 or 10 minutes every day to jump on our biz group and our customer group. I try to put content in there that I think is valuable and worthwhile. And so, like, I loved it the other day. I posted a video I did of Melaleuca and some resources, and Beth tags somebody and say, hey, check this out about the ear support. So that's just so great because one, you're supporting your customer and providing them information and service, but then two, it also helps other people in the group to see the post more, the more that it's interacted with. So, okay, podcast reminders that Keisha is going to be our builder's spotlight tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and let her share some of her wisdom with us.
Hi, everybody. Okay, I'm going to just keep it really simple, and I just wanted to share a couple of gems that have helped me. If you don't already know the story, many of you have heard it, but I'll just briefly share that I was one of those who worked at Pu'ukukui Elementary office, and Liza would come in and share her love for all things doTERRA, and I would break eye contact, go to the copy room quick. Oh my gosh, not really, but I did buy retail for a lot longer than I'd like to admit, and finally in September of this past year, 2018, I did take the leap to become a wellness advocate. I took over a leg that Liza needed a builder for. And so at first, I'll tell you my biggest mistake was trying to learn everything and all the things before I began sharing. That was my biggest mistake. And I just didn't feel like I was credible enough. I think it was that small inner negative voice that we all have that we have to really shut off and stop listening to. But I did. I wanted to know so much more about everything before I started sharing it. And the way I got over that little speed bump was I just told myself, use your oils and fall in love with your oils. The products sell themselves. And in doing that, I was able to stay genuine and make connections. Because, I mean, you know, anybody can buy doTERRA or sign up under anybody, but they're going to sign up with someone they can trust and have a relationship with. Another big takeaway that I got from one of our builders, I'm not sure if it was Kate or Kanan or maybe even Liza or Aisha, but it was that you cannot work this business sometimes. It has to be part-time. You have to be consistent. So I took a screenshot because I couldn't remember it, but I'm going to read it to you. And I have it here on my phone, and it says, I will remain focused on my goals, even if I have a moment of difficulty. I will not give up. I know success comes with consistency. I know that I will make it. Things will get better. No problem or challenge will stop me. Everything I deserve is coming my way. And that post had really resonated with me. And so I like to keep that in my favorites, and I look at that all the time, and I just think, okay, I got this. And that just helps me to remember consistency is the biggest thing, and being genuine. When you try to be the next Kim Camuso Jr. or Keely Martinez, it's just not going to happen, because that's not who you are. And you're really doing a disservice to everybody around you if you're trying to be the next blah. Just be you, embrace who you are, stay genuine to who you are, and people will resonate with that. And so I learned quickly that I didn't need to know all the things, but if I stayed true and genuine and said, you know, I don't know too much about acne blends, and I reached out to others on my team. We have so many great supportive people on our team that has the knowledge. If not, our Facebook page is a great resource. So that's a couple of things. And then one big takeaway that I like to share with every single person that I enroll is this, that I don't do it for the money. Of course, it's a great side benefit, but really the power is in these little brown bottles. And if we don't make the time for wellness, we will be forced to make time for illness. And they hear that and they get that. And when I share with them, it's simple. Drink a 8-ounce glass of water, room temperature, with a couple drops of lemon, and watch your acne start to fade away. That's my own success that I'm sharing with them. I don't know, and I can't guarantee 100% it's going to work for them. But if I'm sharing what worked for me and staying genuine to who I am and my own experiences, it resonates with them. So you know, we're really, really all blessed to be a part of the best team. And I'm not just saying that because I'm biased, but really Liza and Kate and Kanan and Aisha such an amazing mix of supportive women who know their stuff, each in their own way, all here willing to help you, encourage you. You're gonna make mistakes, you're gonna fall short. We're all human, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But if we can just practice a little bit of humility and call out for the help, you'll be so surprised to see how fast that hand comes to help you pick you back up. So I think those are my little tidbits. I mean, practicing those things, I've been able to rank silver. BOGO was something huge, and that's just, I can't wait to leave my full-time job and do doTERRA full-time and be a presidential diamond. I didn't even know double diamond was a thing, so I'm gonna start putting that out there. And there's just so many great things HMSA and that whole benefit. I mean, it's just mind-blowing, the things that are happening, and it's just really the cusp. I'm so sad that I missed out on leadership. I'm not gonna let that happen. Last tidbit really fast. If it's important, you will find a way. If not, you're gonna find an excuse. So hold on to that and really think about that, because it's so easy for us to be like, no, I'm not gonna follow up with her. I've been following up with her so much. You just never know when you're gonna give someone their lifeline when you reach out to them. So do it and don't hold back from it. That's all I have.
That's all you have, like 5 amazing gems that I couldn't even write down fast enough. 5 nuggets plus that were just, we've been cutting Keisha some slack because she's a newer builder, but I don't know about you, Kate, but I think she's ready to run her own biz call. What do you think? Hell yeah. I want you to repeat one thing that I didn't get down about the wellness part. If you're not planning for wellness, or you're planning,
if we don't make, of course. If we don't make time for wellness, we will be forced to make time for illness, right? It's preventative care. It's being proactive. So if we don't make the time for wellness, so using our bottles, whether we're diffusing, ingesting, aromatic, topically applying it, then we're going to be forced to deal with all the diseases and ailments that are sure to come.
That's fucking so good. It's so good. Now, did you see that someplace, or is that, I mean?
I saw an interpretation of it.
Okay. You know what I love about that statement, the way that it's worded, is that it gives you sort of the power and the accountability, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not like if you choose not to make this a priority, not to make the time for it, then you are basically, your hand will be forced at one point or the other to deal with the repercussions of that on the other end. Thank you, Keisha. We have talked about wanting to, thank you, Keisha. That was really good. Really good. We have been just talking about wanting to hear other voices, and I think it's really important. So please don't be surprised in coming weeks if we ask everyone. And I just told Keisha, just share whatever inspires you, whatever you've learned, whatever you feel compelled to share. It doesn't have to be a specific topic. So please be aware and ready that as time goes on, we're going to ask you guys. I have asked a Crossline Silver leader to share in May, and her name is Ashley Balton, and I just love her energy and her vibe. We've always clicked, and so she's going to come on in May, I think the last Wednesday of May, and she'll be on as a guest speaker on our call. And so I'm really going to try to start giving that to you guys as a team. And those of you that might know other people, other doTERRA leaders that might be great for that, or even if they're not doTERRA leaders, but they, will bring some sort of personal, professional growth to the table that you guys want to share with everybody, please let me know. Okay, so tonight's topic is treating your biz like a biz. And I swear to God, all I told Keisha was talk about what you felt compelled to talk about, what things have you learned along the way. And she laid the groundwork for what our topic is tonight. And I really I really don't want to, beat a dead horse with this topic, because the bottom line is that Kanani, we heard that quote at convention one year, and I can't remember exactly who said it, but the quote is, you can do this business part-time. Many of us on this call, the majority of us on this call, I would say, do this business part-time. You can do this business full-time. I don't even do this business full-time. But you can't do this business sometimes. And that quote leads directly into this topic of treating your biz like a biz. Because just like Keisha said, I'm gonna like use her notes and her words here. It's like, if something is important to you, you're gonna find a way. If not, you're gonna find an excuse. And what I find in this business, and I just did a class tonight for Tasha and her sister, and what I found as I was talking to them and sharing with them my journey with doTERRA and the financial aspect, I realized that a lot of people give up on this business early on because they don't make a lot of money to start. And, you really need to be grounded in your why and your belief. I know we talk about this a lot, but it's really true. I mean, and your why and belief can't just be grounded in the money, like Keisha was talking about. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with making money, and we all want to make it, and more of it is not ever going to impact our lives badly. But our why has to be grounded in something greater in that, because when you're not making the money, what is pushing you to show up, right? Because if you're not showing up, if you're not finding a way, then you're just making excuses about why you can't do something. And we're all guilty of this. I'm sure I made an excuse about why I didn't do an action item today or an errand today. But when you treat your business like a business, you are there's two things that are happening. You have belief in yourself and belief in your why. And I love this kind of statement that I heard again, and I'm just sharing information that others have shared with me. It's that if your why is that strong, if you're that grounded in your why, you're never going to give up. You're always going to find a way to persevere and sort of rise up. And so you need that belief, but you need that consistent action. So the two speakers from leadership that I'm recapping are Lindsay Ham, who did the session on treating your biz like a biz, and also Tiffin Krager Bryant, who is a diamond on our Jasmine and Juniper team, and Kate just loves Tiffin. So Kate, if at any point you want to jump in about Tiffinisms, and actually for those of you that are silver and above, she was featured in the Leadership magazine this month. Tiffin was. And if you're not a silver and above, you're not getting this, but you can buy this in your back office. And this is great professional development because it highlights all the new ranks. So presidential diamonds all the way down to diamonds. And so if you're not getting this magazine, you can even buy past issues of it. I highly recommend it because it's like professional development in a magazine, and you learn a little bit from everyone. And just like Keisha talked about, I love that we all have our own I mean, that's what makes this world amazing, right? Is that everybody brings their own unique set of strengths and skills to the table. And so you can take away something from every success story in this magazine. So belief and consistent action are what are critical to treating your business like a business. Having one class in 3 months is not a business. That is a hobby. That is doing your business sometimes. And here's the kicker. You can have consistent classes, but if you're not doing the action, and I am so guilty of this, you guys, I can't even tell you. I will schedule the classes. I will create the Facebook invite, and then the inviting, I don't know what it is. I don't know why I make, one might be that honestly, when I have a class scheduled, inviting 2 people a day through DMO is just not enough. It's just not enough. And inviting haphazardly on the Facebook, you know, just checking off and sending those generic, like, that's not an invitation. An invitation is a personal invitation to come and to learn more. And I will tell you guys, I get this all the time. How do you do it? In my 5 years of building this business, I've maybe not had a class. I don't know, Kate, you could correct me, but I would say every month I have had at least one class since I have started this business, at least one class. Typically, I feel like 2, since the team has grown and we've all kind of shared, now it's, you know, one is enough because Kate has one, Kanani has one, everybody kind of, you know, has their classes. And we love that we get to offer that to you guys. But I think if I think back, there was probably, I mean, there's probably a handful of months, like when we travel heavy and stuff, I don't have a class. But in general, there's never been 2 months in a row that I haven't had a class. That's for sure. And so, you know, when you think about consistent action, you have to be realistic about what that really means, which is what makes the daily method of operation so powerful, because it's consistent daily action, right? That's the part of it that makes it so incredible. It's not, okay, this one day in this 1 month, I'm going to jam my, you know, 30 days of DMO in one day. It's just not effective, and it's not sustainable for the growth of your business. You need to show up and do the things that you need to do, which, you know, for those, we've all been on this journey for a while together, but some of us are new. Some of us might be listening to this replay. Pipes, preparing. But like Keisha said, you're never going to know everything. So your level of preparedness has to be your confidence in the product. That's it. You don't have to know everything, because there's a resource or there's a person out there that can give you that. So you need to prepare. You need to invite. You need to present. You need to enroll. You need to support. And the cycle just goes round and round. And how do you do these things? The daily method of operation, by making sure that every day you take action in the 4 ways, that you are constantly inviting people to learn more, that you are constantly supporting people that have already, oh, sorry, that's wrong. That you are inviting, that you're constantly following up and supporting people that have already said yes through membership overviews, or people that have attended classes that haven't said yes yet. Okay. And I feel like support is support is support. Like, I think it's pretty easy to give support. Sending a text like, hey, how are you? Another way I would really love the team to rise up and show support is by paying attention to canceled LRPs and reaching out to people that cancel LRPs and saying, hey, how are you? You know, I noticed you canceled your LRP. Let me know what's happening. If there's any oils that you have that you're not using, let me help guide you. And listen, we've had a lot lately, and I have 5 or 6 of my own, and I've reached out to all of them, and all of theirs reasons are valid and make sense. And I'm not trying to talk them back into LRP, but I definitely want them to feel supported, even though they're not getting that monthly wellness box. And then even more so, it's my responsibility to keep educating them, inviting them to classes, especially classes like about lifelong vitality and so forth. Okay. We want to be making new contacts. You cannot grow this business if you're not making new contacts. And then, of course, you can't grow a business if you're not talking to people about the business. And I've been really proud of myself. These last 2 classes I've done for Tasha, in the very beginning of it, I am presenting the business. I've never really done that before. These are 20-something girls who just have their whole lives ahead of them. And I wish somebody had presented this opportunity to me when I was, 20-something. And I want them to know, like, this is an option for your life. And if these guys start building these businesses now, I mean, I've told Aisha this since she started, by the time you're 30, 35, you could be making 6 figures. Heck, you could do it before then if you wanted to. I mean, that's insane to me. You know, that's really insane to me. So I've really been trying to lead with that. And I think we all need to feel comfortable with doing that more. When I look around here, the majority of us have always had like normalized professions, right? So the multi-level marketing and the idea of residual income, it's unfamiliar to us, and it's a little I don't know, for me, I'm still uncomfortable with it. I mean, I'm comfortable within the fact that I believe in it and I'm a product of it, but I still feel like people already have an assumption about it, and I got to get over that, because I am friggin' living proof that residual income is real and amazing. And so why would I even have those issues? But I totally do. So you have to be open for business. And you know, that doesn't mean you have to be available 24/7 to everybody under the sun, but you have to be putting it out there to the universe and to your customer base and to the public and to people that I am in business and I am open for business, and I want you to choose me to do business with. And we have to think about, how does that really look in our lives? How much do we really let people know about these amazing products that we do and this amazing business opportunity that we have? Okay. All of my notes are kind of spilling together. Your power to choose lies in your ability to change. And so I wrote this down and I like highlighted it, and I don't feel like it's a quote I want to interpret for you guys. I want you to think about that quote because it resonated with me on different levels. Your power to choose lies in your ability to change. How many things could you apply that to in your life? Your power to choose lies in your ability to change. To be successful in this business, I have had to make conscious choices to change and evolve. I've never once compromised who I am, my ethics, what I believe in, but my power to choose to be where I'm at, sitting here as your leader, as a doTERRA Diamond, has lied in my belief, in my why, in the product and my reason for doing it, but in my willingness and ability to change and evolve. If you're doing something and it's not working, you gotta be willing to figure out why and make the change. It's really as simple as that, you know? And I think a lot of times we get caught in our heads. So Tiffin really kind of came back to this idea of belief and consistent action is what makes a doTERRA Diamond. And I'm sitting here telling you guys, yeah, belief for sure. I've always had it, and consistent action. And when you look on this screen, I know that everyone has the potential to be a doTERRA Diamond with those two things. You are all here and have that belief checked. Right? Your whys are solid. Your belief in the product is solid. And so now it comes down to the other half of that equation, right? Which is the consistent action. And then she said, you also have to sprinkle in some grit and some strategy. And I thought, fuck yeah, you do. Because strategy in placements and organization and how to effectively reach out to people and keep reaching out and nourishing those networks and those relationships is huge. And then that grit, that determination, right? Are you giving up when things are hard? Or do you find ways to evolve and meet those challenges head on? We need to get rid of judgment and comparison. They will never, ever, ever, ever serve you in this business. And Keisha totally spoke to this, and we are all guilty of it, you know? And I even do little things like, maybe I don't want to record this part, but like, I look at some of the people, like there's a doTERRA Presidential Diamond today that posted something about like a gift bag of like, when you enroll, you get to choose from my gift bag and stuff. And I'm thinking, really? You need to offer you're not even really supposed to be offering incentives at all, but you're going to as a Presidential Diamond. But the race is on, because doTERRA not only incentive trip, but they're giving a piece of the pie forever with this Prime Wellness Club. And if you haven't seen anything about that, just Google it. I can go find a post and put in the biz group. But basically, top enrollers for the next, in this qualification period, 25 of them will get a piece of doTERRA's profit for life. It's like a founder, basically. And it's crazy. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. And so, you know, she's doing what she's got to do, I guess. I don't know that it's really compliant, but you get in that space of like, well, how can I compete against this, right? She's got 90,000 followers and she's offering free oils, even though she's not supposed to offer. You know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You know, like that is not serving me. I mean, I hope somebody says something to her, but it ain't going to be me. So whatever. Okay. Y'all know who I'm talking about too. And I love her and I think she's great, but I'm like, wow, that's really pushing the line a little bit. It really is, you know? All right. So a couple of other little tips before, or not tips, but little words of wisdoms. These are Tiffanisms, they call them. Fall madly and deeply in love. This is so, Keisha, you could have just given this whole presentation with the authentic you. Nobody needs anybody else. They're already out there. The only thing that people need is you. That's it. You, your love, your passion. Everybody else that exists that you compare to or aspire to, there already exists. So you can take the bits of them that you admire and you want to implement into your life, into your business. But just being you, I think that people, I know, people know. People know, you know, the heart of anyone. And that's why they're going to be drawn to you. It says get addicted to self-care. And self-care doesn't just has to be massages and manicures and pedicures, which I do love all of those. But it can be using your oils. When you guys are struggling in your business, in your life, and relationships, how often are you really turning to your oils? You really got to make a concerted effort. I have to make a concerted effort. There will be 4 hours sometimes that goes by and I'm like, oh my God, I did not apply one oil, you know, in that 4 hours. That's ridiculous because I know how much they serve me and it's not like it's difficult. You are allowed and you are allowed to change and evolve. You have to be ready and open for success for it to actually come. Okay, there's a whole book about limiting beliefs, and I'm totally spazzing on the title right now because I've totally listened to it on Audible and stuff. But you have to be open to success, and that can't be like I really want it, but I'm not good at it. I really want it, but I can't do it. I really want it, but it's so hard. I really want it, but nobody's building. Okay, I mean, you have to be open to it and you have to be willing to change and evolve to get it. This is really cool one. Cultivate cross-line relationships. Kanani and Kate had this like hilarious epiphany at leadership that somehow they've missed for the last 3.5 years, that they're actually cross-line sisters. Yes, that's right. Because we function as a family and so close, they kind of never thought of themselves as cross-line sisters. Their businesses have no impact on each other. But they raise each other up. They lift each other up. They make each other better. And if you're on this call and you don't have a cross-line person yet, find one. Your upline is awesome. And, you know, but having somebody else to be able to talk to that doesn't affect your upline is kind of important too, you know? And so cultivate cross-line relationships, because I promise you, there'll be some of the most magical ones that you have. And you can ask, you can ask the people on this team. I know that having brought Keisha in and with Aisha, like, them having that, you know, together. I mean, I don't know what they say about me behind my back, but, you know, okay. So stand tall in integrity. I don't know if I mentioned this already, but Tiffin said something about like, always pretend that Emily Wright is standing right next to you. You know, I hope Emily Wright saw that post, by the way. Okay, I'm going to get over it, I promise. Prioritize joy, be joyful. Leave people better than when you found them. And believe me, blessing people with oils is leaving them better than the way you found them. Create community. Today at Tasha's house, it was kind of it was not weird in a bad way. It was weird, super awesome weird. A girl who knows my stepdaughter, about an hour into the class said, "Oh, I know who you are. You're Shayna, you're Shayna's," or she said, "I know your daughter," or some Shayna. And it just like tears welled up in my eyes. And anyway, this community that we've built, this community that doTERRA offers, it is beyond powerful. It is why we live, for community and relationships. Think of everything that you really value in your life. It has to do with connection and community, whether it be to your mother or your siblings or your spouse or your children or your church. That's what this, is such a gift. And so we together have created this community, but continue to create the communities for yourself. Whether your team is 3 people or 1,000 people, create that community, because that's what people love and appreciate. Get obsessed with enrolling and launching leaders. Get obsessed with it, you guys. I know, and I want to find, and I'm open to suggestions on ways that we can shout out people other than enrolling, because enrolling isn't everything in this business. Getting people back on LRP is just as powerful as enrolling. Teaching classes for the first time, getting over fears. There are so many things that we need to celebrate, but let's just be real. Enrolling is how you build your business, and supporting and nourishing those networks and providing ongoing education and support is so critical. And so I get it. There's so many layers. There's so much work. But if you want this business to be successful, if you really believe that you're building a business, you have to treat it like a business. You cannot do it sometimes. You can totally do it part-time. Believe me, I've done it. We've done it. You can do it part-time, but you cannot do sometimes. It cannot be this. It cannot be, I'm going to post 10 times in one day and then not post for 2 weeks. It cannot be, I'm going to do DMO one day and not do DMO for 2 weeks. Now listen, things happen in life. And so if something catastrophic happens, could you jump back on? Yes. But you cannot keep riding that wave and expecting that your business is going to thrive. It's not, And so then it becomes, when does that consistent action happen? And when are you going to revel in your power to choose to change? That was really kind of preachy, wasn't it? But I don't know. I thought it was I don't know. I like this topic a lot. And I don't want people, I feel like sometimes when we talk about these things and their weaknesses for us in little pockets, and all of a sudden they go, oh my God, they're talking about us. I'm talking about me too. I am guilty of all of these things. And so we all are. And so that's why we do that affirmation of, I'm doing the best that I can. But we have to be honest about ourselves if our best is truly our best. Is our best truly our best? Do I really treat this business like a business, or is it more like a hobby? Do I say I'm doing my DMOs, but then I'm not actually doing my DMOs? We really just got to, we got to work for what we want. So I'm telling you guys, leadership was amazing. And I'm just like feeling the fire again right now. I'm going to mute myself. If anybody wants to pop on and say anything, please do. I'm going to mute myself.
Sorry, I know I had the floor earlier, but really quick, while we're on the word best, I think there's a gem in that. Your best is so entirely separate from perfection. I think that oftentimes gets misconstrued, that, oh, I have to be perfect to be my best. And that is so wrong. Your best, where you're at today, in an hour, whatever you're doing, did you do your best? Separate entirely from did I do it perfect? Because we're all imperfect. We all have our flaws, and that's just it.
That's coming from a perfectionist, just FYI. But in the best possible way. I'm just saying you are. You like when things, there's nothing wrong with it, but I agree. And your best my best doesn't look like any of your bests. None of you. All my circumstances, all my things, I mean, there's might be similarities, but it's all different and it's all relative. I think just being honest about what your best is on and like Keisha said, hour by hour, it changes for each of us, So, my why, I've told you guys this, has evolved so immensely. I don't just want this for myself anymore. It's not just about the goals I have for my personal self. I still have those. I want this for everyone. I want this for all of you. You all deserve it. You all have a belief in the product, in yourselves. And I want this for everyone. And so we're here to support you, but ultimately that consistent action becomes your responsibility. So Kate, did I miss anything? Did you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on one of the things Tiffin said about being addicted to self-care. So she also said that self-care is sleep, which I love that, but it's also exercise. And then the other thing I noted was part of self-care is to surround yourself in people that believe in you. And that one really stuck with me because I have, the great support. My husband totally supports me in this. He always has. And I know on this call, the people I know here have a lot of supportive spouses or boyfriends. And I think that's so important. But in addition, I have just one of my friends who, she loves her oil. She doesn't have an LRP or anything, but she has always just been kind of my little cheerleader on the side too. So I have all these people in my life that have supported me along the way. Not only, of course, this amazing team, but we need those people. And for me, I'm not always a person who tells my loved ones what I need. So I advocate that you do that. And I'm trying to work on that myself. But tell the people in your life that you need their support. If maybe they're not showing it, or if they do believe, but maybe you need to hear it. So that's the one thing I wanted to add, is just surround yourself with people who believe in you, because they should, and they do. So just make sure you're looking for them.
That was amazing. And I must have been in the bathroom or something, because I do not remember that at all. But that is so good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that really is the sleep, the exercising, forms of self-care, but that surrounding yourself with people, because we beat ourselves up enough, right? So we got to be around people that really raise us up and believe in us. That was awesome. Anybody else? All right. Thank you guys for allowing me to rant. Please, if you have not enrolled for the Healthy Habits Tour, biz or product, please do so if you're planning on going. We need to show doTERRA that we want them to keep coming to Maui, because they're a little concerned about the numbers here, to be honest. And, I think it's kind of local style, like, oh, if I can, I'll go. The free event, especially, it's free, so just register. Even if they show up, it's not like they're going to track them down. The business portion, it does cost $10. And you guys, I get it. The timing sucks. I had to take half a day leave without pay. I get it. The timing sucks. But, and some people just, it's what it is. But please invite all of your people personally. And if you did before, maybe just follow up again, because it's getting closer now. And even if you can't be there, please do that. All right, we're going to wrap it up. Let's take our picture. It's a hard time with Oh, okay. Saya. I don't know how to like this light. Let's try. Can we try one more time and try? See how it's so bright though? But if I put it down, it's just like I'm talking to myself. All right, not really. Okay, smile. All right, that'll have to do. Thank you guys so much for showing up for yourselves, for your team, for your businesses. I am beyond grateful every single week when we share this space to connect and to learn and to grow. Keisha, thank you so much for sharing tonight. That was really awesome. If you are dying to share, please let me know, but just know that we're going to ask you to regardless. So just get ready for that, okay? And it can be simple. One tip, one thing that you've learned. We've all learned things that we could go back and change or whatever it is. So anything else I'm forgetting before we log off tonight? Is that it? Okay, next week we will be back and our topic will be daily habits to create massive action. Gee, I bet you guys could think about, I guess, what we're going to be really focused on next week. Daily habits to create massive action. I love you all so much. I'm so grateful for you always. Have a great night and we'll see you later.